Right, so hey guys, welcome back to another video today, and today we're going to be having a look at my bike cave. So the first place I want to show over here is, I really want to gloss over this. I've just got my bike rack there, freezer, fridge with booze in it, and that's really all over here. Here we've got the weightlifting, not machine, but like the bench pressing, like table thing that you lie on. I don't know what it's called. We've got shoes and everything down here, and a weight which I can just about lift. Here we've got a row machine which I should use more, but I don't use it enough. We've got Brian, the punching bag, which is a punching bag. Here we've got the running machine, which I should use more again. And then over here, this is in bits at the moment. It's a cross trainer, but the belt on it has snapped. So that's going to be something that we're going to have to replace. So if we take a look over here, we've got the garage door. I think every garage has a door on it. We've got a 3-story ladder, and then here we've got, I think this is the coolest bit of the garage in my eyes. Both of the bikes are up on the wall on a ladder hook braced by a piece of timber, which I think looks really cool, and it frees up loads of space down here where we can put like boxes and crates and lumber and timber and wood and shit like that. And we've got all the sewage pipe cleaners, if you want to know about that disgusting shit. We've got all the mortar, is that what you call it, or cement, whatever. My dad's stuff basically. What else is the bike down here? A scooter's in there, and I've got the remnants of my old bike here, so that's just chilling up on a ladder hook. If we come this way, you've already seen my bike. There's a whole video on it that will be linked up there now, which I go into like spec details and everything. I think the only thing I don't have on that video is this, which is a mud hugger mud guard that I bought for a tenner off Mel's dad because he didn't want it on his bike because it looked ugly, he said. And I've also got some CO2s on it now, which live on there with a bottle cage on it. Up here I've got my full face helmet for when I go to that DH park, so I'm going to try and go Stinny Hog sometime this year, so that's a full face helmet which protects basically everything. And then I've got my normal like half face trail helmet, hydration packs, 2 hydration pack bladders, and a like jacket. And then you don't need to see around here, but just round here I've just got a load of coats and stuff like that. I've come around here, we've got an inner tube that I still need to fix the puncher on it. So over here on the workbench we've got my bike bag. In here we've got my brakes from my old bike, which are absolutely toast and they don't work. Back here we've got my old bike seat post and my new bike seat post. I don't need that because I've got the dropper on it. Here we've got just bits and pieces like grips, Allen keys, lights and things. I've got the original pedals that came on the bike. I've got to take these reflectors off. You don't need reflectors on a bike. That's one thing you don't need on a mountain bike. And I've got my Boardman ones on here, which I think are absolutely amazing. Come this way a bit, I've got a disc rotor protector for when the bike came in the box, and glasses, gloves, water bottles. I've got all my Allen keys here, 8, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.5 and 2, which are made basically the industry standard ones that you get with any kit. Here we've got just like a little thing full of screws and things. In there we've got 2 drills from DeWalt, which are not mine, they're my dad's. These are just punch repair kits. I've got 2 of them, and I've got a blank standing life blade and some more hex wrenches or Allen keys, whatever you want to call them. Up here we've got all my pliers. I'm missing one. I'm really annoyed. I don't know where that is, and it's really bugging me. Up here we've got my old handlebar from my old bike, which is I think it's a 670mm wide handlebar. My new one is a 740mm, that's why it's a bit wider. I like a nice wide handlebar. Here we've got zip ties, and then this has got like, that's some Invisi frame cut-offs. This is what all came with the new bike. Got some volume reducers and manuals and all that stuff. Here we've just got my MacBook sitting on top of here. I've got my nice got a Alpine Star sticker on it, I've got an Apple sticker on it, and I've got my sticker covering up the Apple logo. I've got a Mudhugger sticker and a RockShox sticker on there. It can be full of stickers in the end. This is actually probably one of the best birthday presents, except for my bike and tickets to go see Bohemian Rhapsody. This is probably one of the best birthday presents I got. This was from my little sister Poppy, so thank you, Poppy, for this. It's so much easier doing it with that than a little tiny hand pump that I've got over here. Here we've just got all rags and everything in a box there. This is my dad's big tool chest, so he's got all of his stuff in there. Up here we've got a muck off spray, we've got WD-40, which I need to get some more of, and some bike hood grease and some dry lube. I need to get some degreaser as well. If we come over here, this is full of old SRAM and Shimano, that's Shimano, and all SRAM and gear cables and everything to do with gears. That's all my old bike. Like, got an 8 shifter there. Do not use an 8 shifter anymore, use 111 shifter. Old chain, and then this I got free with a magazine, which is pretty nifty. It's a little thing that I've got full of like zip ties, punch repair kit and everything, which I actually take on all my rides with me, either in pocket or on my bike. Here we've got my cable cutters, which have been a godsend for me in the past couple of days, because I have, when I was setting up my dropper post for my bike originally, I buggered the cable, but it worked, and then the other day I've put the cable in the bin, but I kinked the cable and I've stripped the like half of the outer cable so you can see the metal innards, and it just it didn't work. It was dead stiff, so I've replaced it. I've got a whole new cable system on for my dropper now, so it feels super nice. So these are just like an absolute godsend to anybody who wants to be cutting cables, because they just like cut them like butter. You try and cut one with a pair of these pliers with a sharp edge, or a pair of normal pliers like this with a sharp edge. God fucking so. Like this with a sharp edge on it. They just do not do it any justice. But these are absolutely, you just put it in the cable in. Here we've got, this is a fresh inner tube. Here, well, it's actually off my old bike, and these are just all old inner tubes that I just use for the rubber off them, because they're actually really good rubber for like putting on chainstays. But I don't have a chainstay. I have a dedicated chainstay protector on this bike now. Up here we've got a bucket full of like scrubbing brushes, a toilet brush. Toilet brushes, it's a new one, of course. Toilet brushes are absolutely amazing to get in, like in the cassette or in the spokes. You can clean your whole bike with a toilet brush, bit of muck off, and a nice like shower of hose water. It's actually really good. I've got a little bin down here. This was actually full of loads of stuff, like a 3-piece crank and things like that, but now I've got a rear mud guard, but I don't need that anymore. And I've got my old 8-speed cassette off my other bike, which I'm going to use for like, I'm going to make a clock out of it. Because I've also got a bent, like a really tacoed disc rotor here, because if you put it down the flat surface, like it's completely bent. That was done at Landegler ages ago. So I couldn't ride with the disc rotor on my bike because it wouldn't go through the caliper. So I had to, this is my front disc rotor, so I had to take my disc rotor off my bike, so I was running without a front disc rotor for like the rest of Landegler, which worked, but it was a tiny bit scary. Up there we've got all stuff like, I don't know what, up here we have like tents and golf bags and bits and bobs up there like that, but I hardly ever go up there. It's a pain in the ass to get up there, as you see. So that's basically my bike setup. We've got a Hoover. Because I'm in here quite a lot. I don't have a permanent job, but I've got my little heater. It's quite noisy. I don't have it on, but it actually warms up really nicely. So that's basically my bike cave 1.0, I'm going to say, because it's like the first one I've like fully finished. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and click the little notification bell to be notified every single time I upload. And so yeah, that's it. That's everything. That's basically my garage. I didn't go into depth with all like the other stuff and things like that, or the washing machines or sinks. We don't need to know any of that. It's like this portion is like the main bit of the garage. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next video.